Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is David Novak. I'm going to read you a brief passage from O Pioneers by Willa Cather. Whoops. Carl shook his head mournfully. Freedom so often means that one isn't needed anywhere, and you are an individual. You have a background of your own. You would be missed. But off there in the cities, there are thousands of rolling stones like me. We are all alike. We have no ties. We know nobody. We own nothing. When one of us dies, they scarcely know where to bury him. Our landlady and the delicatessen man are our mourners, and we leave nothing behind us but a frock coat and a fiddle, or an easel, or a typewriter, or whatever tool we got our living by. All we have ever managed to do is to pay our rent, the exorbitant rent that one has to pay for a few square feet of space near the heart of things. We have no house, no place, no people of our own. We live in the streets, in the parks, in the theaters. We sit in the restaurants and concert halls and look about at the hundreds of our own kind and shudder. Willa Cather, O Pioneers. The book is divided into 5 parts. It's a very short book, and the title comes from Walt Whitman. And part 1 sets up the scene, and then part 2 begins after a hiatus of something 15, 16 years. And I always dislike that kind of time jump in a novel. And in this case, I absolutely loved part 1. And as soon as it jumped to part 2, and you've got a whole bunch of new characters thrown at you, and everybody's older, and you see what changes they've gone through, I began to really dislike it. And that brief passage that I read is an example of something that Cather does more than once, where I feel that the characters, instead of speaking true to any need either of themselves, so to speak, as if they were real people, or any real need in terms of the plot, but they are more or less channeling Willa Cather's ideas. I mean, it's not bad for what it is, talking about life in the city, but it just feels like a channeling job. And as I say, that's not the only one. And at this point, as they have grown older, I find none of the characters particularly likable. But because I liked part 1 so much, I am going to give Cather the benefit of the doubt, and I will continue with it. It is an early novel of hers. Thank you for stopping by my channel.